Good day everyone, Reborn Ranger here, and we're back again with another video. Here in episode 4, we're going to go ahead and share with you the building process and the purpose of District 4. Now sit back, relax, and let's take a look at District 4.
Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to District 4. So as I start off every single time making a new district, I will fly around. I'll take my time in thinking of what makes sense into putting which where. So in this case, I implemented a color coding system. It's the first time I've sort of done this thing. So yellow is going to mean storage and factory buildings. Blue is going to be housing. Orange is going to be marketplace or some sort of shop area. And then the red you see there is going to be government or the military buildings. So why don't we get started with one of our storage buildings. Alright, so each and every storage building here is going to be, there's going to be primarily in the first half of District 4 here. We have two halves. And this first half here, as we're clearing out the grass, I really wanted to make them a little bit different. Since this is their primary location, their primary standard location, I decided to make them just a little bit taller than the few that you saw within Districts 1 through 3. This is where they're primarily going to be standing, so I just want to give them a little bit more character and have them stand out just a little bit. And this one you see here, putting the stone down, we decided to add a second layer with some wood planks there. I did change the wood planks a little bit later on, decided to go with a different color, a little bit of a lighter color than the darker. And we've got some stairs going up here, and later on down the road we'll go and fill this in with chests and maybe some different food storage options as well. So just giving us a little different feel. I wanted to go a little bit of a diagonal route. I know it can be a little tricky to get those diagonal buildings in, especially with a game like this, like Minecraft. But I figured, hey, why not? There's really nothing to lose. I got a little bit of a smaller one here. I got several different shapes and sizes within the storage second half of this district at least. So finish that off, build everything else up. A little bit later you'll see in the clips that they'll show complete. I got a stable back there, so a house, and then a market, a little bit of a merchant shop there. Okay, so as we move in here to the second half of District 4, you're going to notice that we already have the houses built up. There's only a few of them. We're going to save the rest for District 5. And we're going to go ahead and start building our taverns, our merchant stands, and then we'll move on to the watchtower. So in creating District 4, I decided to just have one tavern within the entire district. Due to the fact I would like this to be more of an iconic location for within the story of Emporia, which I'll go ahead and reveal that backstory just a little bit later down the road. Meanwhile, here we're going to go ahead and insert this overhang here for anybody that's walking in, just in case it's some bad weather. And you'll notice that there's a very similar design to the rest of the taverns within all three districts, but again, this one has a little bit more of a backstory. And the name of this tavern is actually called Samuel's Tavern. And we're going to go ahead and insert the roof here as well and finish that off, and we're going to put those stone brick slabs on the top just to make pops. Alright, so now that we got our tavern, watchtower, and shop built over there in the corner, we're going to go ahead and continue building our factories, and then we'll finish off with our storage buildings that are left. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start off by saying, yes, I do understand that industrial size factories were not something that was in the medieval era at all. From what I understand, they were windmills and water wheels and smokestacks and just any type of factory at all was not within that time period. But what is so wonderful about Minecraft is whatever your world is, you can build whatever you want, and that's the beauty of it. So I had to go ahead and implement that, since a storage district for in itself is quite boring, to be honest. So I really want to put something there to make it pop. So the smokestacks that you're seeing here, at the bottom of it, the netherite block with the never-ending flame by the flint and steel. They'll be at the very, very bottom, and then the campfires puffing out some smoke there. Little secret if anybody wants to use that, go ahead. But yeah, that's, again, I really wanted to make something stand out for this district, since storage district can sound a little boring. I'll definitely be honest with you there. But this main factory here, I'm going to go ahead and this is going to be the tallest one within the entire district. It's going to have it's almost like a half smokestack. One part of the smokestack is going to be starting from the very bottom, from the first floor, and then it'll skip the second floor, and then the second part of the smokestack will start off on the second floor, and it will not show within on the first floor. Just start on the second floor and go all the way up there. And then that second floor, I did go ahead and implement those wood planks, just because that's just what I felt would work best for a second piece of flooring. And this is going to be, from my understanding, there are about 3 or 4 different types of factories within District 4. And later on down the road, once we go ahead and do our beautification episodes, we are going to reveal on what type of factories they are and on what the manufacturing is really like in the city of Emporia. All that backstory is going to come just a little bit later. And you will notice that this is this district is very close to the Royal Gardens, and there is actually, the engineers of District 4 have confirmed that there is no effect or no interruption for the royal family within that area. That was the biggest concern when they were building this, was the smoke was going to be in their way from the wind or whatnot. So they did what they had to do, and there's no issues with the royal family's royal garden. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and finish off with our last major build here for District 4. And these are going to be the cranes, and they will be used for the dock supporting parts of the district. Now, as you can see here, I'm just going to go ahead and replicate off of the first crane that I built for the second one. Only because I will be honest with you, I had no idea what I was doing with building this first crane, so I did a lot of experimenting and trying just to figure out what worked, what made sense for the type of build style that was within this city. So we're gonna go ahead and get some stone slabs down here, a little bit different. I haven't really used those too often within the city, so I'm gonna use them here. And then go ahead and get those fences up. The fences are just primarily used for fences, but you can actually use them for a lot of things. It's very, very, very fun to kind of experiment and see what you can do. So the dock supporting part of this district, I'm going to have a loading. It's almost like a drop-off and loading system, for any trade carts that might come by, or anybody that needs to put anything onto some sort of transport cart or whatever, and that'll be transported over back to the docks, and it'll be just a free-flowing system of supplies and goods that need to be moved back and forth. So I like I know I've said before the dark oak wood is used for government and military, but just want to change it up just a little bit. I don't want to have anything be too matching, I guess. So and as we get these last blocks put in here, we'll get the actual lift part for the crane put in here, and I did use a fence for that as well. I go back and forth. I have to go back and forth and look, because it's my first time building something like this, so I have to make sure that it matches. And the crane that I'm building now is just a little bit taller than that first one. So, and then for some reason, as I was going down, I couldn't just free flow and get that fence built. And then I'm I'm going to go ahead and finish off the claw part of it here in just a moment. I'll make sure that matches up correctly. Alright, perfect. And then simply we're just going to use a dark oak wood plank, and then just fences around it just to act like it'll go and pick up some sort of cargo, and it'll move back and forth and whatnot. I did see a couple examples out there on the internet where a trapdoor was used. Now it almost had like a log, or a quote-unquote log through it, and the trapdoors were enclosed around it. I thought that was pretty interesting. I actually might put something like that in here as well later on. And then we're gonna go ahead and get this the weight in the back of this crane. And since this crane's just a little bit taller, we're gonna make it the stone weight a little bit longer. We'll use the stone blocks and then the stone stairs. We'll go 3 out, and then we'll match that on this side, and we'll fill that in here. Get the stone blocks in, and then we're going to go ahead and go on the very bottom and pretty much curve that down to the bottom, just like I did on the top there. And these cranes here, I'm going to go ahead and put the same type of cranes in the docks. I figured these look pretty cool. I like them. I think they're really awesome. So they will probably go on the edge of each dock, and they'll be used for unloading and loading and whatnot. So those are the cranes, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you like them. If you need any assistance with trying to build those yourself, by all means, let me know. And then just for looks, just a note, this crane does not move with any redstone or anything. It's just freestanding. So. And last but not least here, as the very end of each district, I will put in the road. This particular part is the loading and unloading portion of the district. And as I do the flyover here, you'll see the rest of the roads that will be complete. As the story for Emporia continues to move forward, District 4 is more important now than ever. Since the creation of the coal factories, manufacturing has more than tripled. With the 11 storage buildings, 4 large factories, several housing units, and its own district center, formerly known as Town Center. The entire city praises the efforts of the engineers who put forth the effort in boosting the city's many industries. Please enjoy the rest of the viewing of District 4.
Alright guys, that's about it for District 4. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed this video, wouldn't mind dropping a like, a comment, or if you're new here, consider subscribing, as it really helps out the channel. Hope all of you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. This is Reborn Ranger, signing off.